Okay, so this is the 1-point colour effect. I think somebody on YouTube said that it was the Sin City effect. Now I don't actually know if this is working alright. The cars on the road and everything else is black and white, but the grass is green. Oh yes. I really like this effect. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I'm not really sure what it records in. I think it might record in 720p, but like I showed you in the settings, you can change the colour to whatever colour you want. I've got it on green at the moment, so the grass on the field shows up. So I will continue with doing effect samples and stick them all in one video so that you guys can see it for yourselves. So continuing with the effects, we have the old effect and 720p at 30 frames per second. We've got the image stabilisation, but we only get 6 times zoom. Okay, so this is the old effect. Now let's have a look at the next effect. So this is the time-lapse effect. Now I'm not going to do the whole effect because it goes on for 8 minutes. Basically I started it recording, I left it recording for 1 hour and 20 minutes, and that gave me 8 minutes worth of time-lapse. You do get various different settings that you can change within the settings before you start doing the time-lapse, and that gives you a different effect depending on what you want, I suppose. Okay, well that's enough of this effect. Let's have a look at the next. Right, so this is the ghost effect. Now interestingly, there is no image stabilisation and you can pretty much see why. Now when I first started doing the effects, I put the digital zoom on, and when I was in the old effect just a minute ago, it turned the digital zoom off, but now it's turned the digital zoom back on. So we can go all the way to 60 times and have the ghost effect, which will probably make you throw up, so I do apologise for that. But basically you get the full zoom in this effect. Now I'm going to leave it to there just so that we get a prettier picture. So that's the ghost effect, 720p, 30 frames per second, no image stabilisation, but then that's probably because of that. Okay, so let's have a look at the next effect. Fisheye. Yep, this is the fisheye effect. Marvellous. Same zoom, so basically I would say that the old effect is the only one where you don't get the digital zoom. It seems that every other effect you do get the digital zoom. And you can also switch it to from T to W. So no image stabilisation, which is interesting. Whether that means that it's turned itself off and I haven't turned it back on, I'll have to have a look in the settings to see if that's what's happened. But there's no image stabilisation. Okay, well, that's enough of the fisheye. Let's have a look at the next effect. HDR paint. Full zoom on that. So we've got the 60 times in W and the 120 in T. I don't know what HDR paint is meant to be. Don't know why you would use it or when you'd use it. I suppose I should read the instruction manual, really. So, okay, that's enough of this effect. Let's have a look at the next. So this is the soft skin effect. Now, whether you can actually see any difference or not, I don't know. One thing I have noticed is that the faced brackets, or the whatever they're called, I can't remember what they're called. Basically, there's a box that's tracking my head as I move it in the screen. I can't really see any difference compared to what is normally recorded, but this is the soft skin effect. Just thought I'd bung it in there so that you guys can see for yourselves. So that's enough of this effect. Let's move on to the next effect. So here we have black and white. Zoomage is the same, image stabilisation is still there. Not really much you can say about this, really. Another effect which you can add later on if you want. I know that when you go into the play mode, I think you can actually add effects on. Whether you can do that for recording or not, I don't know. I am actually going to do a video test to show you guys the play mode, so we can have a look then. So there you go, that's the black and white. That's enough of this effect. Let's have a look at the next. CPR. That's how you say it. Same zoomage, image stabilisation is there. You've got your 0.9 megapixel picture that you can take. And that's pretty much it really. Again, another effect that you can add on software later on. I do understand why they use some effects, like the ghosting effect I like, the Sin City effect I like, where it's black and white and you can choose the colour. I do like that effect. The miniature effect I do like. All the other effects I don't really see the point, because you can spend like 30 quid and get Sony Vegas Movie Studio and add these effects on after you've done the video. Whoever uses sepia, I don't know. But they're there if you want to use them, so that's good, I suppose. Yes. Alright, that's enough of this effect. Let's have a look at the next. So here we have the vivid effect. Image stabilisation is still there. Same as everything else. What about the zoomage? Yep, zoomage is the same. Can't really see that much difference. I mean, the green is popping out a little bit better. There are a few blues that are popping out a little bit better as well, but not really a lot of difference. Alright, that's enough of this effect. Let's have a look at the next. The soft effect. Image stabilisation, yep. Zoomage, same. Everything the same. Can't really see much difference between this and vivid. But this is the last effect, I think. Now what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and see if I can use the creative control mode with the scenery mode. So I'll try and mix, say, the vivid effect with low light to see if that'll work, because it will be interesting to see if that does work. I might also try changing the white balance as well to see if that will make any difference. So let's have a look to see if that works. Okie dokie. So this is vivid with indoor 2. You still have the image stabilisation. The zoomage is the same. I wasn't able to intermix the scenery mode with the creative control effect. It just wouldn't do it. Every one that I tried, it would reset one of the others to 0. So you can't do it. But you can change the white balance while you're using one of the effects. So this is vivid with indoor 2. So it does blur out quite a lot of blues in there, which I think is quite good. So there you go, that's all the effects. I'm going to stick them all into one video so that you guys can see them. Whether they'll actually be in number order, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I will try and put them in number order as it is on the camera. All of them done in 720p at 30 frames. And it will be interesting to see what you guys think. Okay, that's enough of this test. Hope you're enjoying these tests. And I'll do some more later on. Bye bye for now.